Hello and welcome to Flower Juice. My name's John McDonald and today I'm going to show you how to make a rose swag. Now you're probably thinking a swag. You might want to do this for a wedding or for an event and you're probably wondering how to do it. So the easiest way is to use a wreath ring base. Now in the UK we tend to have the plastic backed ones, but we've discovered that you can get wooden backed ones that are more continental style and they have the wire caging over the top. So this is perfect for splitting down. So we're going to use one of these to create our swag and what I've done is I've just taken a section off a bigger size. Now we've got hydrangea and roses, some cymbidium orchids and a little bit of greenery to actually fill it. So what we've done is we've cut out a section of the actual ring and this is creating our swag shape. And what I've done is I've also used some of the aluminium wire to create an opportunity to hang this. So this is really going to go on a wall or maybe onto a balustrade. It can be multifunctional really. So this is soaked, but what I want to do just to stop it dripping and to make it last a little bit better is use a little bit of cling film as well. So the cling film is just going to hold some moisture into the actual arrangement. So it depends on your purpose, but if you want to make it in advance then this is maybe a good idea. So put that on the back, turn it over, and then what we're wanting to do is we don't want this to be really thick, we still need to be able to get materials through it. So just really by doing that, we've given ourselves a little bit more moisture into the base. So the first thing I want to do is use some greenery just to frame the flowers. And these are little ivy leaves that you can buy individually. And they're great because if you can use these for lots of purposes. And you'll find that most stems will go through the cling film quite easily. If not, you can just use a knife, create a little hole, and then you can feed your material through. So we'll just work our way around. Now with this style you can really do, or with this product you can really make it in any kind of look. So you could do an autumn one, you could do, in this occasion we're going to use roses and make it really quite kind of bridal. But it's up to you and the look will depend on what materials you use. Obviously if you use a lot of mixed flowers you're going to get a different look to using one type of flower predominantly. So you can vary it, and you could also with the greenery make it much more choppy and more naturalistic as well. But this is giving you an opportunity to see the kind of base that I would use if I was doing this arrangement. Okay, so just one more at this end. Now I've got this asparagus fern and it's perfect for just taking away from this cling film. The cling film's a little bit garish, so if we put in the asparagus on top, it mutes that down a little and stops it shining through. Now it's perfect because it's got quite a hard stem, so that hard stem allows it to be put in very easily. But what we're wanting to do with this one is really not make it too much on the greenery. It's got to be more floral. But definitely this saves you having lots of different greenery and starting to lose the shape a little bit as well. That's the thing, if you're making a swag, it's all about the shape. Okay, so the main flower I have these beautiful hydrangea. Now we can split this down, we can take it and make it into little pieces. and then work these pieces in. And more. Hydrangea can be a little bit funny, so this is why we're using the cling film really to keep the moisture. We want this to last. We don't want the hydrangea to find that they don't have any water and they start to wilt. So you could make this up in advance and then you would give it a really good spray. A good spray of water just to keep it nice and hydrated. Okay, so we also have a little bit of eucalyptus. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that in, and this will just give some contrast with the flowers. And especially at the ends, actually, we can use the eucalyptus to help accentuate that shape that we want. And now for our main flowers. So our main flowers are going to be roses, and I've got a range of different colours. We've got creams, and we've got pinks. I'm just cutting them at an angle, and that will make it a lot easier to put the flowers in. We'll just work that in. The other flower I'm going to put in is some cymbidiums. So the cymbidiums, you can basically chop them down and take them down into like little units. So the little units mean that you can spread the heads through the whole arrangement. So we'll just work our way round. And we want to get a bit of a mix. You don't want one end to be pink and the other end cream. We want the colours mixed along the length of the arrangement. And this is really where using a knife comes in very handy. Because you're not having to put your knife down, then you're able to work faster. So obviously if this is for a commercial reason, then you can make it more viable. And we just keep adding the flowers, keeping it quite neat and quite compact, but we still want a little bit of variation in there so that it's interesting and they're not just too clinical and boring. Now, just to create a little bit of a difference in texture, I'm going to use a little bit of this wax flower, and this is beautiful. So not only is it bringing in a little change in colour, but it's adding a difference in shape to the visual of the flower. So as you can see, this is really quite straightforward. The thing about making a swag is making sure that your base is good. So it's getting it right, and then you have the confidence to put your materials in and to know that they're going to do the job on the day. So, there we have it. Now, depending on what you want to do, we've basically got our swag. From the back, it's nice and flat. We've got hooks that we can hang it with. And it's up to you how you finish it off. You might want to finish it off with ribbons or a ribbon. There's lots of different things you can do. but very easy and very effective. If you've enjoyed today's video, then please subscribe and keep up to date with all the videos we do. And thank you for watching.